Hypothetical war scenario between NATO and Russia. Escalation triggered by the Biden administration strategy. Background context. Amid a prolonged and brutal conflict in Ukraine, tensions between NATO and Russia have reached unprecedented heights. The Biden administration, under mounting pressure from political allies and defense contractors, escalates its involvement by providing Ukraine with advanced long-range missile systems. Officially, this move is intended to strengthen Ukraine's defensive capabilities, but it signals a shift toward direct confrontation with Russia. The incident. On a cold November morning, reports emerge of a devastating missile strike deep inside Russian territory, targeting a major logistics hub in Rostov-on-Don. Ukraine claims responsibility for the strike, using newly acquired long-range missile systems supplied covertly by the United States. While Kyiv hails the attack as a tactical victory, Moscow views it as a clear provocation orchestrated by Washington. Russian intelligence intercepts communications suggesting that the Pentagon not only approved but actively facilitated the strike. The Biden administration denies direct involvement, but the evidence, leaked through both Russian and independent sources, creates a firestorm of accusations. Immediate Russian response. The Kremlin convenes an emergency session of its National Security Council. President Vladimir Putin declares the missile attack an act of war by NATO via proxy. Within hours, Russian military doctrine dictates a counterstrike. A barrage of hypersonic missiles targets NATO installations in Eastern Europe, including bases in Poland and Romania. However, the most shocking retaliation comes when a Russian missile strikes just outside London, symbolically targeting the West's nerve center of political influence. Though non-nuclear, the attack devastates the area and causes mass panic across Europe. Biden administration's reaction. Caught in a political storm, President Biden addresses the nation, framing Russia's actions as unprovoked aggression. NATO activates Article 5, formally declaring that an attack on one member is an attack on all. The U.S. deploys additional troops and missile systems to Europe, further escalating tensions. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump accuses the Biden administration of sabotaging peace negotiations he had been facilitating behind the scenes. Trump's public statements resonate with the war-weary American populace, leading to mass protests against the administration's actions. The global fallout. Economic chaos. Global markets collapse as energy prices skyrocket. European nations face crippling shortages of oil and gas, leading to widespread blackouts and civil unrest. Nuclear brinkmanship. With both sides mobilizing nuclear forces, the world teeters on the edge of catastrophe. Leaders from China and India attempt to mediate, but their efforts are hampered by deep-seated mistrust between NATO and Russia. Political turmoil. The Biden administration faces impeachment hearings initiated by a divided Congress, while Trump uses the crisis to build momentum for a 2024 presidential comeback. Conclusion. The decision to arm Ukraine with long-range missiles, coupled with the Biden administration's inability to foresee the consequences, pushes the world into an era of uncertainty. The strike on London becomes a grim reminder of how quickly great powers can miscalculate, dragging humanity closer to the abyss.